It's packed with DC characters, Looney Tunes and some underrated coasters, but is Parque Warner actually worth visiting? Well, let's review every single ride and see what is worth keeping and what should be left in the Batcave. Right, as always, let's start with the headline attraction, and that is of course Batman Gotham City Escape. Now this is Intamin's, well, one of Intamin's more recent coasters. A lot of people compared this, myself included, to the European Velocicoaster. There are some similarities, but there are definitely some differences. Now, a lot of people were kind of concerned about that top hat because there's a trim brake. You get held kind of slightly at the top and you crawl over it. But when you're on it, it kind of makes a lot of sense. There is onboard audio to go with it. Now, there's a lot of Spanish, so I didn't understand that, but you kind of know what is going on, and it is a fantastic ride. It's multi-launch, straight out of that station. The theming in that queue line is fantastic. The end section with the Joker and then the switch track and stuff, all fantastic. Biggest problem with this one, actually part of this is a Spanish problem, because I've said it in other videos, the Spanish love to queue jump, which is horrific. But the queue for this inside the building is amazing, but they make you queue outside and then they batch you into the pre-show and then you just kind of walk straight through all that amazing theming inside. Like, they should move the queue inside so that you're out of the heat for starters and you can take in that theming. Nonetheless, this is a fantastic coaster and one that I will be getting some ERT on later in this year on a Euro Experience Guide trip. So we're going to start strong and put this one in that keep pile. On the other hand, there's a wooden coaster there that is dire. Absolutely horrific. Now, it is Coaster Express. It looks great, right? The structure looks amazing. You think, oh, that looks fantastic. There's some, you know, decent elements, but for, like off-ride. And then you get on it and realise that it is absolutely horrific. It is so uncomfortable. The thing jumps around all over the track. Yeah, I mean, it's a credit, so go do it. But I'm going to stop saying I don't scrap coasters, because I keep finding examples of coasters I want to scrap. And this is one of them. So in the scrap pile you go. I don't know why I didn't experience this next ride. They've got a river rapids called Rápidos ACME. And I did every other water coaster, or water ride I should say, when I was there. It was stinking hot, it was like 40 degrees. So there's no reason I would have missed out on this other than maybe it was closed. So I don't know if this is any good. Again, when I was there it was ridiculously hot. You're in Spain, there's a need for water rides, so I suspect it's a good one, even if it's not got any theming. If you get wet, happy days. So let me know down below if you've been on this and what you think of it, because I ain't experienced it. So they've got a couple of flat rides, and one of them is their top spin. Now, it's not the suspended model like Phantasialand and Alton Towers, it's the kind of classic model. Theirs is like Lex Luthor Invertatron, I think it's called, and it's crap. It's really, really bad. I didn't flip very much, if at all, when I was there. Like, it kind of rocks you and stuff. I don't remember, I mean, people have criticised Towers, that Toxicator isn't as intense as Talican with the flips. This thing, I'm pretty sure, doesn't flip at all. So, don't see the point in it. Unless they can fix that cycle, scrap it. There's another fairly obvious ride when you're there. Like, it towers across the park. And yeah, I didn't do it. And it's not because I don't like the ride type. And I'm pretty sure it was open when I was there. So maybe I ran out of time. It's their drop towers. Now, there's tons of rides on this list that I'm probably going to put on screen because I can't pronounce them. This one, La Venganza del Enigma. Yeah, if you're Spanish, you're going to hate me. Drop towers. Love a drop tower. I don't know if this is shot and drop, or shot or drop, depending on which one you go on. So I can't judge this one. It's tall. It's a shot tower. I like those. So I think I would like it. But again, if you've been on it, tell me what you think. Now, there is it's a boomerang, but it's a kind of mental one called Stunt Fall. And I loved it. It starts, I can't remember, the seating arrangement on this I'm pretty sure is weird. I can't remember if it's like triangular, like 2 at the front, 2 slightly back at the sides, or I've seen versions where it's 2 forwards, 2 back. Don't think this one's like that. But you start coming out the station backwards, straight up this like vertical spike. So you're dangling down, and you're putting a lot of faith in that restraint. And then off you go, flying through. There's all sorts of inversions and stuff. Up the other end, pulls you up, and then lets you do the whole thing in reverse. And it is fantastic. So this coaster is going in the keep pile. Now there's lots of little kids rides, and as always, I don't cover all of them, maybe a couple if I've done them. There's one here that I didn't see, but looking on their website, I've done this model before and it's horrific. So it's He visto un lindo gatito. It's the Zamperla death trap. Not literally, obviously, that's an exaggeration, but it's that horrible kind of lying down flat ride that just kind of goes round and undulates as it goes. I don't know, Zamperla seem to have a thing with this kind of restraint system, this kind of cage thing. It's a bit like the Volare, like Hero. Don't get it, don't like it, scrap it. Another one of those kids attractions. So they've got the kind of tracked car ride, right? Cine Tour it's called. And it's kind of like old vintage car style things. Goes around supposedly through some kind of movie set style thing. But it's not very good. Now, it obviously isn't aimed at me, let's get that one clear. But I've seen far better versions. I did like the Dino Tours one at Holton's Park, brilliantly themed, fantastic, loved it, right? Definitely not aimed at me, but I can appreciate it, it got kept. This guy, not so much. And I'm not even sure I would put it in take it or leave it. Again, it's not aimed at me, because it was pretty poor, so I think I'm going to scrap this one. Right, the next water ride they have is Rio Bravo. Now this is their log flume. Decent log flume, if I remember correctly. It has sections where it turns around, you go backwards, forwards, you definitely get wet on this. Again, to my earlier point, you're in Spain. Certainly when I was there it was ridiculously hot. I suspect most of the year round it is hot. So there is a place for getting wet, and this one is getting kept. And they've got a wave swinger here, which can't remember if I went on it or not. It's another one of those Mr.Freeze, Fábrica de Hielo. Sure. I like wave swingers, so I'm going to give this one the benefit of the doubt and keep it, even though I can't remember if I went on it. One ride that I kind of was disappointed to not get on, and maybe it isn't good, I don't know, it just kind of sounded good on paper, is the Scooby Doo ride. La Aventura de Scooby Doo. Dark ride, right? Indoor dark ride. It was closed for maintenance when I was there. I think it was closed for quite an extended period of maintenance. So I haven't experienced this one either. But again, if you have, please tell me what it is like. And I'm hoping when I'm out there later this year, it is open so that I can actually try it out myself. Even if it's rubbish, I'd like to at least do it. Yet another water ride. This time it's kind of their shoot the shoot ride, known as, oh Jesus, Cataratas Salvajes. Salvajes? I have no idea how to pronounce that one. But it is the shoot the shoot. It is a water ride. It does get you wet. It is Spain again. It is hot. Guess what? This one's getting kept as well. Right, back to some coasters and rides that I can pronounce. Shadows of Arkham. So this is their B&M suspended coaster. Quite well themed from the queue line, because you're kind of going through this sort of mental hospital, I think it is. It's just pretty good. The ride itself is decent. Wouldn't say it's the best B&M invert I've been on, but I enjoyed it. So yeah, this one is also going in that keep pile. They've got another B&M coaster. It's their floorless model. This is the Superman one, Superman Atracción de Acero. I had high expectations for this one. It's B&M, it's floorless. I thought, oh, this will be good, this will be intense. It was quite rattly if I remember correctly. And I don't have any strong memories of it being spectacular. So I do know it had onboard video because I got that, but yeah, I'm going to put this one down as take it or leave it because I expected more from it. Right, they've got a madhouse. It was quite dark, like literally, not themed. Like the lights were really low and I was like, I can't see a damn thing in here. It's Hotel Embrujado. Again, see, madhouses, I've probably been spoiled by Hex. I've made comments about the recent changes to Hex and its sprinkly lights, but in general I like Hex, partly because I can understand the story. It's in English, but I also think it is one of the better variants out there. This one, wasn't that impressed with it, so it's going to sit in take it or leave it for me. Right, There is a kids ride here that I did go on, and I'm not going to try and pronounce because I'll make an absolute fool of myself. So it's the Looney Tunes monorail, basically. It's extraordinarily slow. Like, obviously aimed at children. For the children, I think it's okay. Even then though, it is kind of slow, and there's not a lot to see, right? You're kind of going over a bit of the area, but if I remember correctly, you're basically staring down at concrete and everybody below you, so it's not like there's theming around it, or at least I don't remember there being any. So even though it is a kids ride, and I'm sure some kids enjoy it, I'm going to put this one and take it or leave it. Right, another flat ride that they have is their Huss breakdance, known as Los Carros de la Mina. And I quite enjoyed this one. I do like a breakdance. I don't think this was the most intense cycle I've ever been on, but it was pretty good. So yeah, I'm going to keep it. 2 more coasters to go. One of them is the Tom and Jerry one. So Tom and Jerry Picnic en el Parque. Okay, picnic in the park, sure. If I remember correctly, this thing is one of those ridiculously long trains, which inevitably means if you're sitting at the front, you're waiting, because basically enough of the train has to have crested the hill before you go. So you're kind of hanging over the edge, sort of going, okay, can I go yet? Can I go yet? Can I go yet? Oh, there we go. And then off it goes. It's a kids coaster. It's not going to be intense by any stretch of the imagination, but I think that length of the train kind of distracts from it. If it was a shorter train, you would get a better experience. So I'm going to put this one down as take it or leave it. And then the last coaster that I've got here is the Roadrunner coaster, which is Correcaminos Bip Bip. I don't know what that means, but yeah, I know he goes beep beep, so probably that. Again, kids coaster, nothing special. Train's well themed, that's all right. Probably great for kids, again, you know, I think I've said it before, I like kids coasters because they introduce the younger generations to coasters. So I'll put this one as take it or leave it, but yeah, I don't think it had any standout theming or that, you know, so yeah. Meh. Right, so there's my breakdown of this park, and there's obviously more stuff in keep than the other piles, which is good, always positive. I did actually really enjoy this park, and there's clearly a few rides I missed that I will need to get on later this year when I go back. But I had, as I say, I had good memories of this park. To be fair, I was at Portaventura and I did a day trip to Parque Warner, and it was like night and day, because the operations here were fantastic. Apart from the queue skipping things that I mentioned, that's not the park's fault, although they could maybe do more to stop it. It's a beautiful park, and I'm looking forward to getting back out there later this year. So, as always, I'd love to know your thoughts on this one, because I'm sure you agree with some of this, and you probably disagree with some of it as well. So, if you've enjoyed this one, hit that like button. If you've watched a few of these videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button to let me know you like them. I've been Chris, you've been watching Coaster Dad, and there's more videos like this right up here.